What up, everyone? So, we've got a brand new box here, a brand new monthly subscription box that we haven't seen before. This company is fairly new. I'm pretty sure this is their first box. I could be wrong, but they're definitely newer. And the box is called Bam Box. So, basically just your average subscription service. But something I liked about this company is that they said they're guaranteed to have either an exclusive or a limited release item in every box. Also, they also have signed stuff. So a lot of boxes do like signed art prints on occasion, like as an incentive, they'll throw it in there. This box guarantees 1 out of 10 boxes gets a signed item. So that's pretty good odds if you ask me. A lot of other boxes do like signed incentives, but it's like more like 1 out of 100 or something like that. So the incentives on this one is a little bit better, which I like. So, let's take a look at this box and see what we got. I really don't know much about this company. It's always hard to say anything about a company when you get their very first product. So, I'm pretty. I have nothing to. Can't even fucking speak. I have nothing to base anything off of. So, this could go either way. I'm having a terrible time saying that for some reason. Good God. Okay, dog's going nuts. Puppy's getting crazy over here. He loves the boxes. All right. So let's open it up and see what we got. First, we got a little piece of paper here. Congratulations, your box is an instant winner and contains an autographed item. Fuck yeah! So, I don't know if that's intentional. I don't know if they've seen my channel and intended to give that to me. But either way, like, I don't give a fuck. Like, I have free stuff. Like, yeah, I love to get autographed stuff. So it seems like everything is kind of in this lunch box, I'm assuming. I think things are in here. So we'll start off with this. We got a Doctor Who lunch box / lunch pail, whatever you want to call it. And it's nice. It's metal. It's like tin. And it's got some texture to it. So it's actually like printed on there, which is nice. Lunch boxes are a cool thing. I know they're very collectible, so a lot of people like them. I've never personally collected lunch boxes, but I think they're really cool. I wish I had a use for them, because I do think they're cool. I think this would be cool to carry around. So I kind of wish I had a job where I needed to carry a lunch box, because I've always liked these. I think they're really cool. So yeah, Doctor Who lunch pail. Let's open this up and see what we got. Some paper. Oh, this is cool. I actually just saw this today. So this is the Pocket Pop from the new Daredevil. So the tiny little Pocket Pop. I was actually at Hot Topic today and I saw this and I actually really liked it. I liked the style of it and I liked the design of it. So I've said this once and I'll say it again. I actually prefer the Pocket Pops over the regular size one. As far as quality goes, the regular size and the pocket ones, the quality is about the same for the most part. The paint jobs are never too nice on Pops in general. Some of them they are. Some of them have really nice detail and sculpts, but most of them, like the ones that just look like people, are very generic looking. So I like the small ones, easier to display. You can collect more of them. You can set more of them up. They fit nicely on my shelf, so I prefer them this size. I know a lot of people disagree with me, but I like this one too. I like the style of it, and he's got a nice paint job. I think the suit looks cool, and I was actually debating buying this today. I'm glad I didn't. So that worked out well for me. So, Daredevil Pocket Pop. Next, we got a deck of cards from Firefly. So decks of cards are always cool because they always have really cool artwork, and you can see on the back here, and yeah, you can see pretty well. So yeah, you can see on the back like the different style of artwork on there. So I always like to open up these packs of cards and see what the artwork is on there, because it's always really interesting. People put a lot of effort into making their cards stylized. Now, the ironic part about it is you can only use so many decks of cards in your life. You kind of only need 1, maybe 2. So I still like to get them and I still like to use them. Basically, I'll use this deck of cards like once whenever I have my next party or something like that. And then when a new one comes, cycle it out. So I always have like a fresh deck of cards. So I personally never mind decks of cards. I think they're cool and the artwork on them is always really nice. But that's just me. I use cards a lot. I play a lot of drinking games, so I'm always using decks of cards, and I like poker and stuff, so that works for me. Next, we got a magnet, which was stuck to the tin from the Big Bang Theory. Nice Bazinga magnet. Magnets, again, good choice for me. I have a giant fridge over here, just like decorated. I'm going to have to show that in a video one of these days, because all the magnets I've collected from all the boxes of the past year are there, and any stickers I've gotten I've turned into magnets, so they're just all over, so that's cool. I'll add it to the collection and it'll go on the fridge. I like magnets because they're like stickers. You use them to decorate your fridge, but they're not permanent. you can stick them on and then take them off. You can remove them, move them around, so that's kind of nice. Whereas like stickers are stuck in one place, and like posters and pictures are a little more hard to move around, but magnets are very easy. Then we got a little pin that says smoking. If this will focus. Come on. Come on. Do it. Do it. Oh, this camera has such trouble focusing. What do you get? Let's do it. Oh my gosh, this is taking way too much time. Just do it already, you fucker. There! God damn it. I'm gonna have to edit that out. So, this is a little pin that says smoking on it. I'm not sure what that's in reference to. I do not recognize the character. Someone in the comments will have to give a little shout out and tell me what that's from, because I am not familiar with it. But either way, that took way too long to focus. What a waste of time. Damn it. Alrighty. So, let's see what we got in here. This looks like a poster. Nicely wrapped. Let's see what it is. Oh, okay. So this is a crossover poster, and this looks like a crossover between Doctor Who and Rick and Morty. So that's really cool. I actually really like Rick and Morty. That's a show I have checked out. I think it's pretty funny, and I like it. Doctor Who, I'm not from... It's funny, he's giving like a double middle finger right there. I didn't see that. That's funny. So yeah, that's a nice little poster. And it seems... Oh my gosh. Is that signed? I don't think so. I can't tell. Oh no, look at that. Oh wow, that's great. Okay, so this is signed. Because I see here, it's got an edition number on there. If you can see, my camera isn't being a dick right now, and it's focusing. So that's cool. This is something I've been mentioning since boxes came out. I've always been like a stickler for artwork and things like that. And I always give value based on the artwork. But I've said it so many times that when artwork isn't signed or numbered, it's not worthless, but it's not worth much more than the cost to print it on the paper, because, like I've said, there's nothing to stop me from making a copy of that artwork and duplicating it endlessly. Like, there's nothing to stop me from doing that. So that's why whenever, because people used to give like really crappy posters, and I've advised out of that, and people have moved from that, so now they give the cardstock ones, but they're still not signed or numbered. So until you give a limited edition on a print, that's where the value comes from, because of the limited edition. And it doesn't matter what it is. It can be of 30,000. There just has to be a cap-off point, because that's what gives it the value. With no cap-off point, then they can just keep reproducing that print over and over till the end of time, and that makes them all worthless. So until you put an edition on there, there is no value to these. And this does have that, which is really cool. And I don't think this is specific to me. This says 5 of 100. And I'll have to see if they came with a card, because I cannot read the signature from there. But I guess this is what they meant by having a limited edition item. That's pretty cool. Like, hopefully it's not always artwork, but even if it is, I think that's pretty awesome, because this is something that no other box has done. I know boxes have given occasional signatures, like a few rare boxes will get a signature on artwork, but even still, those don't have numbering on them. I've never seen a box do a numbered limited of a print. So the only bad news is I wish they hadn't like rolled it up like that. I realized they had to, because it wouldn't fit in the box, but I think they should make them smaller, just like Nerd Block does, where they fit at the bottom of the box. They're smaller, but at least they come in better condition, because I always hate when they roll them. It's so hard to unroll them then, and sometimes they often get damaged. This one didn't come damaged, which is good. But yeah, so that's actually very interesting. That's pretty exciting. I really like that they did that. So hopefully they have a card in here that talks about the artist, because I would really love to know about it, considering I have a limited print. Well, we have to look in the box. I don't see one. Okay, so here's the item. This one says that I got an autographed item, and this looks like what it is. So this is the Avengers number 229. It looks like it has a signature there right on the front. Let's see what it says on the back. This item has been fully examined by James Spence Authentic LLC, and it's considered in our opinion that it is a genuine item. Does it say what the artist is, though? I'm not seeing the name. And I don't see that this came with any sort of card or anything explaining the items, which I think is pretty crucial at this point, because I'm not sure who is signing this. Huh. So I'll have to look into that a little more, maybe during the break, maybe pull it out of there and see if there's anything like that. But, alright, yeah, so far so good. So far this box has done something that I've been telling boxes to do for a very long time, so I'm pretty excited about that. So, although it is exclusive, but that's cool that they're going to try to put exclusive and limited items in every box. That's really cool. The fact that there's only 100 of these that exist makes me realize that this is a really new company and there's not that many of them. So hopefully they can keep doing that. If this company does get bigger, hopefully they can still do stuff like that, because when they get into like Nerd Block and Loot Crate numbers, you're selling 500,000 of those boxes, and it's pretty hard to number those individually. So hopefully they don't lose that, or maybe they'll just limit the number of boxes they do. That I'm not sure. So anyway, that was all the items in the box. Let me take a short break and let me try and do some research, because I don't see any card in here and I don't see the name on the signature, but let me look into that a little more, and when we come back from the break, we'll give this box some value and give it a rating. See you soon. Alright, we are back, and I've got some good information. I did some research, got a lot of info, but not all the info, surprisingly. So let's go back through this box. We'll talk about some value and give this box a rating. First, our Doctor Who lunchbox tin. This is going to get around a $20 value. That's just kind of how much they cost. The tin lunchboxes are always more expensive, and like I said, you can see that it's actually like printed in there, it's stamped in there, so it has some texture to it. So all around nice in quality, and it's actually pretty collectible. It fetches a decent dollar amount. So, and that's a general amount, a general 20, not specific, but right around that price. Next, the Pocket Pop. Daredevil. These cost $5. They're always right around $5. Even like the rare ones, they really don't go up in value much. They're just small. They look nice. They're never super pricey though. $5 for that. That's pretty common for those. You can get them just about anywhere. Then our deck of cards with something that's branded and has like nice artwork. They're gonna run around $10, give or take, depending on the brand. Might go up to like 12, sometimes even 15, but around $10 for a nice deck of cards with some artwork that's branded. So that's cool. I like that. Then, our magnet, branded as well, and this will run about $5 or $6. Magnets are always more expensive than stickers, but not too much more. It's pretty small. Comes in nice packaging, but couldn't be too much more than like $5 or $6. So right around that is probably what you can get for it. Then we have our little pin. This is like a quarter, 50 cents. I didn't even really add that in the value, but you can get pins like this for very cheap pretty much anywhere. Still not sure what it's from though, so someone will have to let me know. Now, here's where it gets tricky. The last two items are very hard to give value to, and I'll tell you why. So, this comic, it didn't say who it was signed by, and it didn't. They have a certificate of authenticity on the back from this company, JSA, which is an authentication company, but it didn't say the name on the back, and I'm like, that's so weird. Why would they not say the name? So I think this is probably a marketing tactic. And they might have a partnership with this company, I don't know. But basically they give you a number on the back and they say, visit our site to authenticate something, put in the number, and then we'll tell you about it. So I'm like, okay, whatever, like, I'll go to the site and see what it is. So I assumed that the signature was by some random artist. That's usually what it is. When they give incentives, it's usually the artist that signs it, because it's not that hard to get artist signatures. You can very easily find them at any kind of Comic-Con around the world. So I assumed it was some random artist that happened to do the comic this issue or something like that, because this is a super random issue, 229 of Avengers. Not rare at all. It's extremely easy to find online. So I went to JSA and I typed in the number and found out whose signature this is. And I was blown away to find out this is Chris Hemsworth's signature on this Avengers comic. Chris Hemsworth. So you can, I'll show a close-up of it. The only bad news is it got kind of smeared. I don't know how it got smeared. Not a big deal, but yeah, fucking Chris Hemsworth signature on here. So I was very hesitant at first because I'm like, well, you know, the thing on the back says, in our opinion, we consider this item genuine, but that can mean anything. The ironic part, something I've learned about artwork and authenticity, is that it's kind of, if you're not actually there to witness it, it's very hard to authenticate things. So you send it to these companies and they say, it looks like it, we don't know for sure because we can't prove it, but in our opinion, yes. Which makes me hesitant, but I wanted to believe so bad. But here's the part where it gets interesting. So, I did research and found out the company that makes this box, the BAM box, runs an auction website that they specialize in autographs. That's what they do, a website that they run where they sell and auction off autographs from either famous people or artists. So it's like, okay, now the authenticity is really kind of there. They're running a site, they do this regularly, certificate of authenticity. There's always a chance it's not real, but I'm pretty sure that this is real at this point. With all that considered, I'm pretty sure this is real, and that's fucking awesome. That's like incredible. And like I said, they said clearly that 1 in 10 boxes gets something autographed. What it is, it can be anything. So I don't know. It's so tough to say because this is like their first box, and I haven't seen anything else about it. I have no idea. So it seems very clear that whatever their auction site is, probably things that didn't sell or didn't sell as high as they wanted to, that's what they put in the box. If they're all as awesome as this or not, I have no idea. This is pretty epic. Chris Hemsworth is a kind of a big deal, especially with the Avengers movies. That's a pretty big deal. Like, it is. So I'm not sure if all the autographs are quite as epic as this, but I hope they are. But they might not be. They might just be artists and stuff like that. But who's to say? We'll have to see more about this box. Like, something's official. Like, they have my attention. Like, mission accomplished. You have my attention now. I'm fully curious. I'm pretty excited to see what happens with the next box and wait for this company to get bigger so I can watch other reviews because I'm totally curious about it now. I'm really curious if they can pull this off all the way because they're a newer box, so putting things in the box like this isn't that big a deal because they only put out so many. So if they can keep it up, then that's great. But it seems like that's going to be really hard to do though. But hey, prove me wrong. Like this is impressive, and I'm sure people will assume like that this company saw my channel and purposely put something in the box to win me over. Like, I have no idea, but I don't care. Like, I get this, so I don't give a shit what they did. But honestly, I don't think that was the case. Like I said, it's 1 in 10, so the odds are very good of it. But I just want to let you guys know they didn't contact me and say that or anything. It's not like they contacted me and said, "Hey, we're putting extra stuff in for you. Give us a good review." Like, you guys know me. I don't roll that way. I'm honest to a T. So whether it was a coincidence or not, it's still really cool that there is an incentive like that. In 1 in 10, you have a very good chance of getting something like that. And whether it's as cool as this or just a signature, still pretty awesome. That's still quite fantastic. So, after that very long spiel about how excited I am, here's the ironic part. I can't give this value for the box because not everyone gets this. 1, not everyone gets that 1 out of 10 box and gets the incentive. 2, even if you did, you probably aren't getting this exact same thing. I'm probably one of the only, if not the only person that got this, which makes it really cool, but unfortunately, I can't put that into the value and rating of the box because it's not for everyone. It will affect the rating because you have a chance of getting this, and 1 in 10 is good odds, but the value of the signature can't go into the value of the box, unfortunately, because not everyone gets that. And values that I do have to be for everyone. That being said, the comic itself is only like $5. Like I said, it's not rare at all or anything like that. So the value on this is only $5. Although I'm thrilled about it, and I'm going to put it in a frame and put it on my wall because I love it. It only gets $5. So that's the ironic part about it. But the fact that there's incentive there will affect the score, and we'll talk about that in a minute. Next, something even harder to value, the poster. So I found no info on the poster or on the artist. I looked on the website, there was no card included, and I saw one other review and they didn't get a card included either, which is, I would say, a big mistake by the company. They gotta do that. That's so important to put a small description card in the box just to let people know what's up, especially if they're going to be including exclusive items. People need to know what's exclusive and what's not because we can't always guess. Not everyone's a reviewer like me. Sometimes people are just getting stuff and they don't know. They have no idea about artwork and what makes it value. Like, they're not artists like me. They don't know. So this company really has to invest in putting in description cards, and I hope they do in the future. Even if it's not for the exclusive stuff, just to give a brief overview of what you got and where it comes from. Because some people are new to the whole collecting game, and they don't know what this stuff is or where it comes from. So I really hope they do that in the future, because I feel like it's very important. Specifically to this. So I don't know who the artist is. So it's almost impossible to value it, because that's how you value something. The fact that it's signed and numbered gives it value, but the exact value of it depends on the artist. Because this could be a no-name person. This could be my fucking neighbor. He could have printed this out, made it himself, and signed it. Like, if that's the case, it's not worth that much. Or this can be a well-known artist that's worked on Rick and Morty or has done comic books before. If that's the case, it's worth a ton. So it's very hard to value. So I'm going to do my best here, being an artist myself, selling my own artwork, and I buy and sell artwork all the time, so I'm going to do my best here. But just know that it is extremely hard to give this any sort of exact value. So the fact that normally if something's not signed and numbered, I give it like a $3 or $4 value because it's on cardstock. So the fact that this is signed and numbered, it's limited to 100, and it is actually signed by someone, the fact that they even went through the trouble to do that gives it, I would say, at least a $10 value. At least. I've very rarely ever seen something signed and numbered go for even close to $10, if not way more. So at least $10 on the low end. Now, it can go infinitely high from there. I've seen even no-name artists, which I'm not saying this artist is, but I have no way of knowing, even if this is a no-name artist, this could easily go for at least $30. So the value here is going to be between 10 and 30, and that's on the low end because I have to assume this is a no-name artist until I'm told otherwise. So if they have no other artwork out there, they could still easily sell a signed and numbered print for $30. I see it happen all the time, even from ones in the nerd block that they have their websites, they sign a number, and with a limited run of 100, that's pretty good. Like I said, I wish they wouldn't roll it up. I wish they'd give smaller sizes. The corners kind of get damaged a little bit. Not a big deal, but when you're buying artwork, that's something that affects it. So the value on this is very broad. 10 on the low end, 30 on the high end. If I can get some info on it, if the people from Bandbox are watching, please message me because I really do want to know who this artist is. This is like I said, the first box that's done signed and numbered prints and not done it as an extra incentive. Everyone got a signed and numbered print. Everyone that got the box got this, which is freaking amazing. But I don't know who the artist is, and I want to know so bad, and that kind of puts a damper on it, and I'm so bummed about that. So if Bandbox, if you're watching, please message or comment. Tell me who the artist is because I want to know. So yeah, but either way, I'm really excited that they did that. I'm really happy to have a signed and numbered print regardless of who it is. I think that's really cool, and I hope they always do that in the future. So I'm talking way too much, but so that brings our value. So the comic, I gave a $5 value, but I don't even know if I can do that because, again, not everyone even got the comics because it's not like people got it without a signature. It was a completely separate item. So on the low end, it's a $50 value, $55 if you include the comic. On the high end, $71 or $76 if you include the comic. Depends on if you consider that an item or not. So this is real tough here. On the low end, this is a $30 box, by the way. It's $25 plus $5 shipping. So it's a $30 box. On the low end, you at least got 50% more than you paid for, which is good. Double is ideal, but it's very common to only get 50% more, which is still a good deal in my opinion. I still say that's worth it to me. I think that's still good. On the high end, you got more than double. And that's not even including the signature I got, which was amazing as well. So very, very difficult to value this box. Things I will say though, I do like that this box wasn't too generic. They didn't do like most boxes do and just pop a t-shirt in there. It's so easy for companies to just toss a t-shirt in there, make a goofy crossover, and just have that in there. They didn't do that. They stuck with all legitimate items, and there really wasn't much filler. Like the pin, I guess, is filler, but everything else was pretty good quality. Even the low-value stuff like the pop, it was still cool. I liked it. And they had high-value items. They had limited runs of things. They had signed and numbered prints, and the incentive. So, this being said, I'm going to give this box an 8 out of 10. And here's why. You may think I'm overvaluing it. Like I said, I can't put the value of the signature in there, but the fact that you do get incentives does heighten the score because that's something that's going to interest customers. Everyone's going to want to get this box now because you have a chance of getting something really awesome. And with the odds 1 out of 10, that's pretty good odds. That's really good. I don't know what the exact odds are for other boxes, but I think Comic-Con box is like 1 in 50 or 1 in 100 or something like that. So I've gotten that box from the beginning. I've never gotten an incentive. Same with all the other ones. I have terrible luck with boxes. I never win. I never get the incentive. It never happens for me. This time it did, but because it's 1 in 10. So I think with that low odds like that, that makes it really cool and that makes it really interesting. Like now I'm excited to see the next box. They kept it interesting. They didn't go too generic. They didn't do common stuff. And signed and numbered artwork. I think if they can include a card in there with a description, or even a description just about the artist, I think that would be a huge thing, and that's what I'm kind of basing it off of, because I feel like the only reason they didn't is because it was their first box and they just maybe didn't have time for it. I can't imagine them not doing it in the future, because there's really no reason not to, and it's going to make a big difference. So I kind of gave the score based on them doing that in the future, if that makes sense. So, and the fact that they signed and numbered artwork is amazing to me. Like, that may be just me, but I think that's so cool. Something that no other box has ever done. That's really interesting and really different. So I'm very impressed that they did that. But don't get too hard on the 8 out of 10 score. It's hard for me to not be excited about the cool shit I got and be like totally geeking out about artwork. So you guys will have to let me know what you thought. Whether you think it's worth it to get this box, even if you don't get the incentive, or whether you think it's worth it to just try and get a 1 out of 10, whether you like the artwork signed and numbered, totally up to you guys. Let me know what you guys thought about it. So that score can definitely be changed depending on what you guys think. So, something this company did do is that they said they like my reviews. They've seen me before, so the thing they did give me that was specific for me, they gave me a discount code. They said, I can use this, and if I bring traffic to them, maybe we can work something out or something like that. But anyway, I have a 10% off code, so if anyone wants to try out this box, you can get 10% off. And I think it's worth at least a try. I'm pretty excited to see what happens next month. I highly doubt I'll get a 1 out of 10 again, but it would be awesome if I did, because that's an awesome incentive. But even without that, I still think it's a cool box, and I'm excited to see what artwork comes next, because this is officially artwork. Having it signed and numbered is what makes it from a piece of paper to artwork, from no value to valuable. That's literally the defining point there, and that's what this has, and I think that's very cool. So again, let me know what you guys thought. BAM box, brand new box. This box will be returning next month. February's box, I think they have a Merce theme, like Deadpool, Deathstroke, something like that. Anyway, it seems like a pretty cool theme, and I think everyone's doing Deadpool next month, which I'm okay with, but we'll see how overdone it is. Anyway, this has been the BAM box, box 8 out of 10. Let me know what you guys thought about the items. Thank you for watching. Sorry for the length of the video. It's incredibly long. Talk to you guys in the comments. Love you all. Peace.